I recall going into Siberia. We went into hiding. We had to put off our phones, leave them in bomas, send away our security, and we rode in an hour.
You have a commissioner coming out proudly and saying that, they had to send away their security, they had to go to Siberia, they had to go to Utopia. This is nonsense. This actually just confirms that the elections that were held should have actually been cancelled. It just says that the elections were not free and fair. With all due respect to President William Samoe Ruto, Chebukati has let the country down. Just look. Your life is in danger and you hide. You hid in whose house? Had Chebukati gone to William Samoe Ruto's house to hide there for 3 days and come out? Had Chebukati gone to Raila Amolo Odinga's house to resurface 3 days later? Or had he gone to the diplomat's house? You see, sometimes we are taken for a ride. If Chebukati was a real hero, he would have cancelled the elections and actually stated that his life is in danger and he cannot continue with these particular elections.
They went in Siberia, but they are not telling me where I was. Of course, I was in my house, taking my cups of tea and waiting if anybody is coming on the door.
Are you surprised when Kalonzo Musyoka says that, Raila Amolo Odinga could have had 8.5 million votes against William Samoe Ruto's 5.6 million votes? Are you really surprised living in Kenya, looking at Kenyan elections the way they are done, okay, with all those malpractices and what have you, and the way they tallied the elections? We knew that somewhere along the line, given the circumstances of this particular country, somebody had to edge between William Samoe Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. But we took into consideration the circumstances that we have in Kenya, not because the elections were actually free and fair. That's the fact. You cannot conduct an election when you dispute the population of Kenya. You don't know how many Kikuyus are there. You don't know how many Luos are there. You don't know how many Luyas are there. In fact, Luyas are rumored to be the largest population in Kenya. Because when you talk about population, you are talking about what is in the voters register. This is not the first time you are hearing in this channel us talking about the voters register. The basis in which we are conducting the election in itself is questionable. Let alone the fact that you have people like Chebukati who are not heroes conducting this election. You have a commissioner coming out proudly and saying that, they had to send away their security, they had to go to Siberia, they had to go to Utopia. This is nonsense. This actually just confirms that the elections that were held should have actually been cancelled. It just says that the elections were not free and fair. For heaven's sake, even a football match will be cancelled if you start throwing stones into the football pitch. Even Gor Mahia and AFC, they will cancel their match. Why did Chebukati cancel the elections? You see, that's the point. Let's not go around. Right now, we have this IPPG, JLAC, what? It's just IPPG. Just, going round in circles. We are just back to 1992 when the IPPG was there. You see? So please.
Last three, the final three, they say three musketeers.
Having said that though, where are we headed? We don't have a commission, as it were. The three blind mice, the three musketeers. I don't know what Chebukati is really talking about. We have to be serious in this country. So the question that we need to be asking at the moment is, what is the way forward, given the fact that, Chebukati himself, by admission, and even President William Samoe Ruto has said that Chebukati's life was in danger. So which way do we go? Should William Samoe Ruto just continue the way I think? Should he continue to be president? And how are we going to reorganize an electoral body that is going to actually consider elections in this country? Should this be an interim kind of government so that people can discuss, talk, and see if they should just reconstitute the entire electoral process, start from scratch by actually registering voters afresh? Should we consider counties doing their own county elections? Should we consider not doing all elections at the same time, but say just do presidential election, maybe do another at some time, do parliamentary and senate elections? Should we have a discussion? I think we should have a national dialogue. I don't advocate. I'm not for William Samoe Ruto, stepping aside. William Samoe Ruto is can continue as president of the Republic of Kenya. But in as far as the next general election is concerned, we should actually have a long discussion and come out with something that will be helpful. By the way, a lot of people think that embassies and foreign countries don't have interest. They do. They do have interests. You see, they are not neutral. This thing of free and fair elections in this country should only come from Kenyans themselves. I can tell you that for sure. We should be honest with ourselves. Greed, what? Anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to Talk to Africa